Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Ask Anything presented by Moser Consulting. Today, you're going to hear a lot about life hacks. We surveyed our employees via our Slack channels, and we have put together a list of life hacks that I think you will all enjoy. With me as producer Brian, and we have a ton of ideas that I know Brian and I for sure were like, "Dang it, why didn't I think of that before?"
Yeah, I was happy to get some tips and tricks to make my life easier, but a couple of them annoyed me because I hadn't thought of them independently. It's like, oh, that's a really easy thing that I could have been doing this entire time. Why didn't I ever think of that? But this week, we're going to make your life easier, folks.
Yeah, there's a couple that you'll hear throughout the show today that, like Jade, she gave us an excellent idea on a dishwasher hack that for some reason neither of us have ever thought about before. And
That, I'll be honest, that one was the most annoying.
yes,
That is, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it was, as soon as I read hers, I was like, I'm dumb. How did I never think of doing that before right now? Okay, cool. I'll definitely be doing it from now on. So
all right. And with us is Jade, who's going to share with us a life hack that I think I will certainly start using, because I don't do this right now at my house, but I'll let her tell us all about it. So Jade, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm really looking forward to this because this is something I don't do, and I use this appliance a lot of times.
I'm still mad that I didn't think to do this on my
Mhm.
own. But
Yeah.
since
I
I
know.
did,
No, seriously.
when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, that's getting incorporated immediately.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this life hack has like changed my life, and it's like so simple yet so genius. So I don't know why like more people don't do this, but if you're like me and you hate putting away the dishes, what you should do is sort your utensils by type when you put them in the dishwasher. That way, when you're putting them away, you just grab them, put them right in. You don't need to sort them out, because putting away the utensils, I hate. Like I like doing plates and bowls, those are fine, but the
Mhm.
utensils, I'm just like, I hate sorting them. But with this life hack, you don't need to do that and you save some time.
Handful, 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 done.
Yes.
Unless you have some fancy utensils other than a fork, knife, and spoon that
Yes.
I don't have.
I-
We have a basket of chopsticks at our house too, but those fall
Right.
through the basket a lot, so I
Oh,
usually
yeah.
hand wash
They're
them.
wooden chopsticks, so we don't put them in
Right.
the dishwasher.
I feel like companies should take advantage of this and kind of label.
Spoons,
Yeah.
knives.
Yes.
Or they need to make bigger, what is it, holes for the utensils?
Yeah.
Because some of them are different sizes,
Yes.
but I'm just like, just give me lots of big ones.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Because this is a great idea. I honestly, I'm like Brian. I don't know how it's never occurred to me that I should just put all the knives together, all the forks together, all the spoons together, and just grab.
I mean, honestly, it's probably gonna save me 30 to 45 seconds at a time. But I think of all the time that I've spent over the years loading and
Mhm.
unloading my
Mhm.
dishwasher. And so I think if I add that all together, I think I'm not great at math, but I think that's probably would have saved me at least a year of my life at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it must be a very gratifying feeling when you grab that whole bunch and just
I know.
boom.
Because it used to make my fiance put away the utensils because I hate doing that. But now I'm just like, I can do them this time.
Found a way to make it easy. Bang,
Yeah.
done.
Now, I'm assuming you load them too, because you can't let them. Yeah, okay. No, I gotcha. At my house, I'm the one that loads them and then takes it out. So I will certainly do this because I actually do enjoy doing dishes by hand. I'm not gonna lie. I am one of those people, but every now and then I'm tired and I don't want to do it. So that's when the dishwasher comes in, and I'm glad that they do. So thank you for this life hack.
Yeah,
This is
of
really
course.
time-saving, life-saving for me.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. We've got household hacks, we've got outdoor hacks, we've got home repair, beverage related.
Adult beverage, I'm just gonna say it.
I'm sure most of them would work with soda too. But
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's say that. But you don't want to miss that one because it's a really cool one. I'm not gonna spoil it. I think one of the ones that really, it didn't surprise me, but it brought up the level of maybe I should be doing this, was the one that Camry brought to us regarding gift cards. That one was one that again, I went, why haven't I been doing this? I mean, I go to the store, I buy from there. I should be earning these rewards points.
yeah, it's very little effort on my part for a whole heap of rewards.
Yes.
And being lazy is something I excel at. So something that I can reap a lot from with minimal effort on my end. Please tell me more.
And with us right now, we have Camry, who has a life hack that it's going to help you save money. And I don't know about you, but I think I enjoy saving money on just about everything that I try not to spend. But if I have to spend it, if I get to save a little bit of money, I'm happy.
I use the word genius a lot, and I'm going to use it again here. This one's genius.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. So Camry, how are you?
Guys.
We're doing great. So tell us about this life hack that you're talking.
So for me, it's all about saving money, and my husband calls me a genius. So, and I know I am. My hack is basically, I go to Starbucks pretty much almost every day.
This is true.
I found out every Thursday, I go online to Kroger and I download all my digital coupons. And every Thursday they have gift cards on Friday. If you purchase any gift cards on Friday, it's 4 times the amount of fuel points.
Mm.
So let's say I get $50. I will get 200 points for just purchasing a $50 gift card. That's 20 cents off of gas. So it adds up. And then you can earn as much point as you want for the month. But the part is that it expires the last day of the following month. So like, let's say I purchase it in May, it will expire June 30th.
Okay.
So I look every time and I tell my kids, look, I have this amount of points. Use it before it expires. Because I try to give it to my kids because they're in their 20s, they're
Right.
struggling.
Right.
And so for me, I kind of do it for them, but not more for myself. But if I do get gas, I will try just use like 10 cents. Any discount counts.
Yeah.
You
And
know, it'll add up. So every Friday morning, I go to Kroger or I go to work and purchase my $50 gift card. And if sometimes they'll have like 200 points, like specific restaurants, like Texas Roadhouse, Chipotle. Those are what we're going to do for dinner next week.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All the points adds up when we're doing like every Friday, they have like 5 things on sale. It could be like $1 for Kroger bread. It could be $1.49 for strawberries. My favorite is detergent. They do like $7.99 for detergent
Oh.
for Tide,
Mhm.
and you can only buy 5 at a time. So I will buy 5 detergents, and I never run out. And I'm telling you, sometimes for a large thing of Tide,
Mhm.
it's a money saver when they're normally like $14.99.
Yep.
But what do you do when the detergent goes stale and bad? Oh, wait, it never does.
That's
So-
right. So I share with my kids. Everything I do, I share with my children. So this is why I tell my family this, because they go to Target, they go to these restaurants, and why not get all these fuel points and save gas? Gas is expensive.
Yeah. You're going to use gas anyway. So.
Exactly. So every time I go, I always at least have $2 off.
Mhm.
And
Wow.
I just spare that for my children. And I'm like, hey guys, I have this amount of points, use it.
Use them.
And if it's the very last day, the day before it expires, I'll just use it
Yeah.
because I told them many times, and I refuse to let it expire.
Mhm.
Better luck next month. You had every
Exactly.
opportunity. Now these are mine.
Yes.
100%.
Exactly. Yes. And gas, like you said, is very expensive. So any 10 cents that you can take off helps out. So,
Yes.
Camry, thank you very much for being with us and sharing this great life hack. So everybody go out there and buy your gift cards on Friday.
Yes.
There was one that we recorded that it's got to do with bacon as a temptation.
This one could legitimately lead to injury.
Yes.
If you're forgetful, you could actually fool yourself instead of your intended target. So, if you employ the bacon life hack, be mindful.
Yes, of those around you, that it might not be the intended target, but many others could be interested by that smell. So just stay tuned for that.
You might wind up catching something above your weight limit on the trap.
Yeah.
Like your child or a household pet, and
Yes.
nobody wants that.
Yeah, watch out for dogs. That's sure.
Why would you do this to me? I thought we were good.
Yeah, also delicious, but damn it, man.
How dare you?
All right, and with us right now, we have Kelly, who's going to talk to us about a very interesting way to catch mice, and the game Mousetrap comes to mind. So what can you tell us about your life hack?
I had some mice coming in through my dryer vent during the wintertime. And I put traps down, and I had tried cheese and I had tried peanut butter, and they just ignored it. Then I was told by somebody to try bacon grease, and I happened to have some bacon grease. So I tried it and oh my goodness, that worked like a charm. I came back after putting it down overnight, the traps were full. So it works. It works. It was successful. I thought I'd pass that on because not everybody has heard about that.
Yeah, I definitely had not. I generally use peanut butter, but bacon grease makes a lot of sense. I don't know anything in the universe that can resist bacon. So
That's right.
that absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, this is a great life hack. I've never had to deal with such an issue, but if I ever do, now I'll remember to use bacon grease because, of course, who can resist bacon?
That's
Nobody.
right.
That's
That's
the
right.
answer. Yeah, nobody.
The only potential danger is me getting caught in the trap. Like, ow, what happened to your finger, Brian? I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you
Yes,
don't have to put the actual bacon, just the leftover grease.
but see, that's the thing. It'll attract our smells.
Yeah, in the dark, I can't tell if that's grease or actual bacon until it's too late. Awesome.
True.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much.
Sure thing.
Joining us now for our life hacks discussion is Janie, who had a couple of great ones for around the house. Janie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. So 2 things that I've noticed is you can always peel an orange with a spoon and you never get your hands dirty. So that's awesome. And when your jewelry is looking a little dingy, just a little bit of toothpaste on a little toothbrush sparkles it right up.
Wedding ring's looking a little matte finished. I'm gonna have to try that one later. Cool.
Very good.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All of my life hacks have to do with travel, it seems like, but they're really good ones. So I used to travel a lot, stay at a lot of different hotels, and was always uncomfortable. So first off, if I'm traveling and it's a short distance, like I'm going to go by car and not plane, I always take my own pillows. I have a couple of burner pillows at my house, throw them in the back of the car, take them in the hotel with you, and it makes the world of difference between a good night's sleep and a bad night's sleep. But that's hard to do if you're traveling by plane. So if we're flying somewhere, you can't take a pillow, you get to the hotel, your pillow's super squishy and way too fluffy. What I do is go into the bathroom, get a fresh towel, refold it into a big into thirds, and then shove it in the pillowcase, in between the pillowcase and the pillow. And it gives just enough firmness to the pillow that you might actually get a good night's sleep in the hotel. My second life hack, and I think this has gone around a little bit on the internet, so it may not be totally new, but when you're in a hotel room and the curtains won't quite close, that light pokes in. So if you don't have any clips or anything with you to push them together, take one of the hangers out of the closet that has the pants clips on it and just clip the hanger to keep the curtains together. It's just using something that's already in the room. You don't have to remember to bring anything with you. And you, again, might actually get a good night's sleep because you're not have the sun poking in at your eyeballs. So those are some good ones that have helped me.
I found that even in a hotel room where the curtains do meet, invariably the AC unit is right under the curtains.
Yeah.
And at some point in the night when it kicks on, it will blow them apart so that the sun comes through. So
Yep.
I've done the hanger trick for years, but the towel and pillow is definitely something I'm going to keep top of mind.
Yeah, I find I like a nice firm pillow. I find that the pillows in the hotels, if you put your head on, you just go all the way down. It just flattens out. And you just got to remember to take it out later when you leave. Throw the towel back in the bathroom. It's absolutely life-changing for me.
To add on to your travel hack, Melinda, if you're traveling for an extended amount of time, you don't have a chance to do laundry, you've got that one funky dirty clothes bag that you're carting around with you. A good way to help it stay as unnasty as possible is the little travel bar of soaps that you get in your hotels. Unwrap 1 or 2 of them and throw them in the bag with your dirty laundry, and it will keep that bag from being as awful as it would otherwise be.
Thank you very much, Melinda.
Thank you.
And with us right now is Toby, who's got a very interesting life hack about a can opener to unseal a tight jar. So Toby, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So tell us about this life hack.
I don't even remember where I got it from, but it saved my hand a lot of pain ever since I found out about it. So basically you take a can opener. It's got to be a can opener that has an end that has a pointed side. And you take any jar that you have that you're trying to open the lid on, like maybe a glass jar of salsa or something like that is what I'm thinking of. And you just put the pointed end underneath the edge of the jar and then pry it back. And what that does is it releases the air seal and you'll hear a pop, which is a very enjoyable sound. And once the pop happens, you can just easily unscrew the lid, no problem.
That is amazing because I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I use this hack quite often and highly endorse it.
It removes the need for those like rubber things that they sell to grab a hold of a jar and try to open it. Yeah.
Also removes the veins that pop up in your forehead and neck while you're trying to, like with a
Right.
particularly stubborn jar of pickles. So,
That's
yeah.
right.
This is a great one. Well, Toby, thank you very much for sharing.
Yeah, sure. Happy to.
And joining us now is Fenric, who's going to share a life hack for building better, healthier, more productive habits.
So the life hack that I use is called Habit Minder. It's a app that helps with what they call habit bundling. I like it because I'm looking at it right now. I can essentially decide what habits I want to do, when I want it to notify me. And so it started actually with me talking to my wife, and she was saying that it would be good if I would make the bed every day. So I was like, I could do that. That's not hard to do. And so I found this app and I created one that said, all right, make the bed. And I was like, all right, let's do one for taking my supplements and reading and learning and praying and just everything. And so it literally, at different points during the day, gives me a reminder that says, hey, have you drank your water yet? Have you read? Have you learned something? I mean, I'm not perfect at it, but it helps me be more intentional about getting the things that are important to me done and building really good habits. So that's my hack.
Nice. All right. Now, is there a website for it?
Well, I don't know if it's a website, but it's an app. It could be on Google or Apple. And yeah, you could just kind of create whatever. They have a whole different list of things you create. You create your own set of hacks. There's a lot of different customizations to it. So you could make exercise. I want to do 30 minutes, or I want to do 120 ounces of water. So they give you groups, and then you can just pick different things that you want to add to your list. And then when you want the notification to come up. So I have a bunch that happen at 8 in the morning that says, have you prayed? Have you drank your water? Have you made your bed? And then you could just stagger them throughout the day.
Okay. And what was the name of the app again?
Habit Minder, HABITMINDER.
Awesome. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So with us right now is Brian, who submitted a couple of interesting life hacks. Tell us a little bit. I'm going to start with this one. It's let's call it a soda can life hack. So I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, we'll go with soda for this, or whatever your choice beverage is. So this is just a quick way to get everything on the same shelf. I kind of turned it into a standard practice after kind of getting the hang of it. So the big thing is make sure that you grab you have 12 pack of sodas or whatever. Make sure that it's set, kind of any way that you would drink a normal drink, so that the soda is standing upright. That way you don't have them rolling out into your fridge. But essentially, you pop open the front half of the box and put your hand in front of the sodas, and then you stick that side on the shelf, and then you pop open the back half of the box, and then you just push your arm through, and all the sodas will go right out onto the shelf that you need. And then, you can also do this with a cooler as well. So you pop open that front half, put your hand over the front half where the sodas are sitting, open. You put that front half side down, and then you put all your ice around it in a cooler, and then you can just pull the cardboard right up and out, and your drinks are all chilled and ready to go.
Huh, that's interesting.
That is a trick that I have used in the past for a cooler, but I've never applied it for opening the end and pushing through to load my refrigerator, again, for soda.
Oh yeah. At first you kind of get, it's a little wonky because you got to make sure, you don't have the first couple falling out. But once you get the hang of it, I promise it'll probably turn into a standard practice of how you get all your sodas on the shelf.
Yes, sodas. Let's go with sodas. And with us right now is Mark, who's going to give us some life hacks on some handyman / household things that he has found work for him very much. So tell us a little bit more about your life hacks, because I'm really interested.
Oh yeah, no problem. I've moved a few times. Anytime you move into somebody else's house and you start to get used to it, you find a lot of things that aren't quite working right.
Right.
You try to do some improvements and you run into a couple roadblocks. So I have a few tips from things that I've learned myself. Specifically, I know I've gone and I've had to change like light fixtures or bathroom fans, and you're getting in there and you realize the person who installed it before you actually stripped out all the screws.
Oh,
So it makes it real hard to get those out.
Yep.
Right. So how do you get a screw out that's already been stripped? Well, something I've done in the past that helps out is I actually get some rubber bands, put that over the head of the stripped screw. And when you take your screwdriver and push it in, what will actually happen is the rubber band will fill in some of the holes of the stripped screw, and the friction from the rubber will actually give it some grip. So when you start to turn, you'll be able to loosen it enough that you can kind of finish it out. That's my first tip right there.
It's way better than just grabbing it with pliers and cussing until it
Yes.
comes loose.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd say that.
That's my time tested method. I think
Yeah.
the rubber band sounds way better.
Yeah, I'm sure I've done your method a few times as well. My next tip has to do with cabinet door hinges. You know, I've moved into a new house. It was built 20 years before, and
Hate
you're in the
those.
kitchen and you're opening the doors and you can feel the door rubbing on the
Yeah.
rest of the cabinet. It's misaligned, it's making noises. What's often happened is just those hinges are loose. The screw that's holding it in is loose. So you get a screwdriver and you go to turn it, but because no one fixed it when they should have, that hole has actually widened.
Mhm.
And that screw is just turning completely loose. It's not going to tighten. So how do you fix that? You don't want to just replace all of your kitchen cabinets. Not anybody can necessarily afford to do that. So here's my tip. If that hole's too big now, what you just need to do is fill it in with other pieces of wood. I take a toothpick or two, push it into the hole, break it off. Once I have that hole filled in with toothpicks, then I put the screw back in, start turning it. The screw will actually break the toothpick. When that happens, it'll fill in the hole and put more wood in where it should be, and it'll actually hold the door hinge on. I find that that tip works for about 1 or 2 years, and then we'll start to loosen again. Okay, what do? You get some more toothpicks and do it again. It's a great way to fix an annoying problem without having to spend a whole bunch of money.
Right, nice.
Third one, okay, so my wife, she grew up in a house full of beige, beige, and beige. So when we have our houses, she likes color, okay, but things still need to match. Different rooms sometimes require different finishes of paint. Like if you're in a room that has water, like a kitchen or a bathroom, you might need a satin finish. Maybe a bedroom's eggshell. Some other rooms you might have flat so that you're not showing the imperfections on the wall. If you have them be the same color, it's really important to know which cans of excess paint go to which rooms. If you ever have like a ding on the wall because, hey, you know, kids run into walls,
Mhm.
they hit things, and you go and need to do a touch up, it would be terrible for you to touch up with the satin paint on a wall that's all eggshell. So a little tip that I do, every excess paint can, I take the paint chip that it was made with and I write on it what room it is. So I know right off the bat, and then I just make sure that the finish is also written on top of it. So if I ever need it again, I have plenty of things to double check. If the paint can's dried out and I can't use it for a touch up, I have the info I need to go get a new one.
I know, yeah, smart.
The last hack that I have, it's not so much for home maintenance, but because I try to be a handyman at home, the kids, you know, see me doing it and they want to do it too and have fun. We do a few projects together. We really like Home Depot. They have kids clinics on
Mhm.
Saturdays once a month. You get little kits, can work on things. They're a lot of fun, but those are made for kids. Those aren't made for dads to really help out, specifically dads with fat Homer Simpson fingers like I have. Okay. It's hard to hold those little nails
Yes.
and actually hammer them in. I'm really going to hurt myself. So something that I've learned to kind of help out my Homer Simpson fingers is in order to hold those tiny little nails in those kits, I go borrow a bobby pin or two from my daughters. The bobby pin is something that is intended to be tied tightly or closed tightly, and it has grooves in there where you can actually put in a small nail. You just hold it by the bobby pin, get it going with the hammer, and you're good. Your fingers are good, job's done, and you look like an awesome dad.
Yeah,
It gives you at least a hammer's head's width of clearance away from your fingers. So yeah, I like that one a
yes,
lot.
I like
And
that
my
one a lot.
fingers will like it even more.
Mhm. Great, Mark, thank you very much for being with us. We really appreciate the life hacks. So with us now, we have Jennifer, who's going to give us a couple of life hacks on a topic that I very much enjoy, which is wine. And Jennifer, thank you for joining us today. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you.
I'm doing excellent. I'll be doing even better once you tell me what this life hack is about. So
I ended up Googling this because after I bought my house in the middle of the pandemic, we couldn't have like a housewarming party for like a year or two. And I had this huge bottle of wine and I was trying to figure out how to chill it because I didn't have a big ice bucket or a cooler or anything. And I just went online and they were like, if you wet a paper towel and wring it out so it's damp, wrap it around the bottle of wine and throw it in the freezer for 15 minutes, it'll chill it that quickly. So I tried it and it worked. And then I also found the grape thing because my boyfriend's father is Italian and he's very particular about how wine is consumed. And
Yes.
he always gave his wife grief because she would drink boxed wine and put ice cubes in it. So I found that if you freeze grapes, it works as an ice cube, but it doesn't water the wine down. So you keep the flavor and you keep it cold. And he seemed to like that, so it worked out.
I don't know what it says about my life choices or habits, but the beverage related life hacks really have been my favorite ones.
I was glad I found the paper towel hack because I've read the thing before about putting salt in the water makes it chill faster. Like if you need to chill beer real quick, but I was like, I don't want to dump a bunch of salt in a cooler. I feel like it's a waste. So, and then I saw the paper towel thing and I was like, huh, that's even easier.
The one I always liked was to put it in a cooler or a container with ice and water, and then you just spin it. And it'll chill in about 5 minutes if you just spin it in there.
I like that.
Yeah. And frozen grapes, honestly, are a pretty good snack just by themselves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Knowing that they can perform double duty to keep my wine
Yes.
chilled without watering it down, just like raises their stock even higher.
Yeah, it's certainly gonna raise their stock in my house this weekend. So
And it
Jen-
makes so much sense, you know, you're like, when you finally read about it and do it, you're like, why haven't I been doing this for years?
I've had a lot of that over the last few recordings of
Yeah.
these life
Every time
hacks that
somebody
we've
says
done.
one, every time somebody shares one, it's like, yeah, kind of mad I wasn't already doing that because that makes a lot of sense and
Mm-hmm.
should have thought of that on my own.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, that's why we have this episode. So again, thanks, Jennifer, for sharing your life hacks with us.
We also had a couple of hacks shared by people that we weren't able to schedule with, but I wanted to give a shout out to another Brian here at Moser that gave us some outdoor camping fire starting life hacks. Your spent toilet paper tubes, just the cardboard tube, dryer lint, and any newspapers or paper like circular store ads that you get in the mail. If you keep those and you stuff the inside of the toilet paper tube with the dryer lint and wrap a couple of layers of paper around it, and then tuck the excess paper into the tube to hold the lint, you can make a really dandy fire starter that is very portable, and it's, you're using stuff from around your house that you're going to throw out anyway. It's a great handy way to start a fire for, your fire pit when you're camping, or even just in your backyard if you've got a backyard fire pit. I will add to that if you've got snack chips while you're camping and you're trying to start a fire, it turns out Doritos are highly flammable, which I don't think they mention in any of their advertising.
No.
It's
Not even for the
hidden-
fire ones.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem. Yeah, even the Fuego Doritos,
Yeah.
they taste like fire, but Doritos can very easily catch fire. So if you're camping or you're somewhere where you have snack chips, but you're wanting to start a fire, throw a couple of Doritos down and put flame to them and watch them go. Another one for camping, your phone's flashlight with a bottle of water or a jug of water. If you put it underneath and shine up, it turns the bottle into a really nice and fairly mellow lantern.
Thank you for listening in to this week's edition of Ask Anything presented by Moser Consulting. We hope you enjoyed listening to our employees talk about their life hacks. And really, why not? I mean, I thought they were great. Join us next time when we continue to dive deeper with our resident experts and what they're currently working on. Remember to send us your ideas or topics via our social media feeds. In the meantime, please remember to give us a rating and subscribe to our feed wherever you get your podcasts. Until then, so long, everybody.
Go.